Okay, ready?
Yep. La 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 la.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about kind of like why I got into powerlifting and kind of like a powerlifting 101 video. And I have my friend Brendan Teets with me.
Guys?
So Brendan actually just came out with his own channel, and he's been really working hard on putting out some really awesome informative videos. As you guys know, if you've seen him in my previous videos, he's actually a fucking genius. So I wanted to give him some airtime on this channel today, kind of bring him back to the channel and let him spit some knowledge and some truth for you guys. So we're gonna do this in a way where I'm gonna address the questions, and if I have an answer that I want to throw in there, then I will, but he will be the one answering all the questions. Brendan, do you want to tell them your totals that you just got at your last meet, or just your PRs right now in general?
Current PRs, well, I weigh about anywhere from 185 to about 198 pounds body weight. Deadlift 675. Squat is about 550.
Ew.
And bench press, let's not talk about it. Bench press is like 345.
He's got some awesome numbers, and he's only getting stronger, and he's just really smart, and I know he can help a lot of you guys who have been asking me questions about what powerlifting really is. The way that I'm gonna do this is I have a list of questions that you guys have been asking pretty frequently. I'll go through and read them, and we will go ahead and do it in that manner. So let's do it. So the first question I get a bunch is why I got started into powerlifting, what made me decide that I didn't want to take the bodybuilding route and put on them strength gains. Long story short, I've talked about this a couple times now. This is the first time in the year that I've been on YouTube that I'm genuinely taking something seriously. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that this is just more sustainable for me. After going to a bikini competition, not even trying to throw shade at girls that do compete, it just wasn't really for me. After going to a powerlifting meet, it was just amazing to be in an environment where everybody was so supportive of each other, just so excited and eager. It's like a family environment, and to me it was just night and day, and I like that more. I get to eat more, I get to lift more, and I don't know, it's just addicting. I mean, what was it for you?
Well, one, they kind of go hand in hand too. They can complement each other. Also, it just gives you like tangible results where you actually get to see your progress in something in the real life, like weight on the bar.
Right.
As where you train for bodybuilding, it's like you try to increase the size of your bicep.
Yeah.
It takes like half a year
Where's
to
that
see
peak,
results.
bro?
Yeah, so it's just tangible, and it keeps you just passionate and motivated to lift every day. And same thing, everything you said about it being more positive, the environment.
Totally different. Okay, so now we're gonna get into some of the more technical questions, and the first one that we're gonna address is, what would you say is the importance of weightlifting equipment?
Well, it just increases your performance overall. There's like a bunch of different things you can use to do it. Like there's shoes, there's belts, wraps, things like that. But yeah, they just increase performance.
So the main things that people really use for weightlifting is going to be knee sleeves, shoes, and a belt,
yeah.
Right? Okay, so we're gonna go through the importance of 3 of those things as you guys have been asking. So first, what would you say the importance of knee sleeves are? What are the benefits?
There's kind of 2 of them. One is just mainly to keep the joints warm, kind of helps prevent injuries. And the other, if you wear them tight enough, especially for raw powerlifting, they kind of help out of the bottom of a squat. You might add, anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds to your squat.
How tight should knee sleeves be?
If you're just wearing them for like general health and just kind of like some extra support, just get them based on like a looser fit. Most websites that sell knee sleeves, like if you buy SBD or Mark Bell's newest ones, there'll be measurements for a looser fit and a tighter fit. If you want performance benefits from them also, go with the tighter fit.
And just for like a random question, can you leave them on between sets?
Most of the time, unless you're like me who wears them really tight. And some days if I'm a little bit more bloated, yeah, I gotta take them off in between sets. I don't take them off, I just roll them down.
But for the most part, you totally can leave them
you can
on,
just leave them on.
depending on the fit of them.
I'm the 1% who wears them that tight.
Yeah, because if you guys notice in my videos, I keep my knee sleeves on the entire time until I'm completely done with my squats. And then if I'm doing something in between like deadlifts, then I'll roll them down for that. What would you say are the benefits of using a belt?
Essentially, it just creates more pressure in your core, your abdominals, and it helps you stay more stable as you go through the movement. Most people get anywhere from like 10 to up as 50 pounds on their squat and their deadlift, depending on how strong you are.
Now, when would you say would be like a good time for somebody to look into investing in a powerlifting belt?
This is debated on, but in my opinion, if if you're training to get stronger, you should actually get one as soon as possible, because learning to use it is actually a technique itself. So learning to use it's very important, and to be able to do that, why not start right away?
Right. Is there a particular brand that you would recommend going through when purchasing your first belt, or just purchasing a belt in general?
In my opinion, there's only 2 brands right now worth it. Insert is one of them. They're the tried and true, been around forever, but shipping takes a long time. New runner-up is Pioneer Fit. They're both great options.
And the last one is, what are the importance and benefits of using weightlifting shoes?
For the most part, ankle flexibility issues. If you lack what's called dorsiflexion, it's just a scary fancy term. You want to take that?
Oh no, I was just agreeing. I was just saying that. Hi.
If you lack dorsiflexion, just a fancy term for not having ankle range of motion, they help with that. And then they also kind of help you sit back into the squat a little bit more, especially for low bar squatters.
Cool. Now we're going to talk a little bit about warming up. Now, what would you say, or how important?
Why are we smiling right now, Jazz?
You already know what I'm going to ask. How important is warming up before lifting, Brendan?
Very important, Jazmine. It's really important, guys. It keeps you healthy, keeps you mobile, allows you to perform the movements with proper form, and keeps you in the gym longer because you stay healthy. I spend like 30 minutes every day before.
And that's what I was going to ask, is how often would you say that somebody should realistically be spending warming up before, you know, doing some heavy sets?
If you're a little bit newer, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes should suffice, and the more advanced you get, sometimes there's days you're really tight and you're looking at 30 minutes.
Do you have any people that you might recommend, just like videos that you'd be able to find on YouTube of just like a really good beginner's mobility warm-up?
Yeah, actually that's a good thing. Okay, so Kelly Starrett, he's got some great stuff, but you don't want to just go to one source. Another one's Dr. Quinn from Juggernaut Strength. He's amazing. Like, most of my stuff's actually based off of him. And then actually Omar Isaf, he's got some great stuff on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and just different YouTubers. They go to any of the fitness YouTubers. Brandon Campbell has a mobility video that I really liked.
Cool. Okay, so what would you say is the importance of following a structured program as opposed to just going into the gym and being like, fuck this, I'm gonna do this weight, I'm gonna PR today, like, I don't even fucking care, I just feel it. What would you say is the importance of actually really working up to that PR?
So that's what I did when I first started. I would just go into the gym and be like, I'm fucking doing this, right? That leads to a lot of injuries. It leads to bad progress, because getting stronger is actually requires a very scientific approach. It's more complicated than people think, and you have to plan it out. So having something planned beforehand is going to be far more optimal for progress than just going in there and yellowing it and being like, I'm just doing this shit.
Yeah, exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, for some of my beginners out there, I know I have actually a lot of you guys as beginners, what did you just come out with recently on your YouTube channel?
So if you go over to my YouTube channel, you'll see in the how-to videos, there's a video that says, I believe it's called How to Programming for Beginners. It's a video with an explanation of why I create a specific routine, but if you look in the description box, there's a download link to actually download a free program for beginners
that he designed,
aimed at both for people looking to get stronger and build muscle. So it combines both powerlifting and bodybuilding kind of into one.
He's really, really good, as you guys are learning today, at just explaining things in a way that everybody is going to understand, and he will break down every part of that program where for that moment he feels like he's your own personal trainer. So really, really encourage you guys to check that out. If you're just trying to figure out a way to get in, you can't necessarily afford to get a trainer, this is a really, really good option for you guys. We're almost done here. The last 2 questions are going to be, what would be like a quick breakdown of an RPE? Like what RPE is?
Quick breakdown. Okay, so RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. It's basically just a system to allow you to train at your maximal abilities for that day. So if you feel a little bit underweathered, the weights will change based on how you feel.
This is like the most simplest breakdown of it. If you guys want a more in-depth breakdown of like RPE scale, just really like how it works, we'll get something out for you guys. I'm sure we'll have a part 2 to this video. If you guys want a part 2 with like a much deeper explanation of a lot of the things we touched on, or if you guys have even more questions, make sure that you thumbs up this video and comment that below with some of your questions. That way we can get that produced for you guys as soon as I get back home from traveling. The very last question is going to be, how important is nutrition going to be for strength training?
Very important. One of the main components for strength training is actually building muscle too. So just like for bodybuilding, you gotta eat to get bigger. And then on top of that, you have to stay healthier. You're using a lot heavier weights. So you really have to focus on foods that are gonna allow you for maximal performance. So eating very micronutrient dense foods, meaning just a lot of vitamins and minerals in the diet. It's just as important for strength training compared to any other, bodybuilding, CrossFit, whatever.
Well, hopefully this video helped you guys understand a little bit more of why I got into strength training, a little more of just really what strength training is. I know Brendan is really, really smart. He's about to like kill the YouTube scene with all of his knowledge, so I figured it'd be just incredible to have him on the channel. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to show your support by throwing the video a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, but also make sure you go over and subscribe to Brendan's channel. Make sure you comment, let him know that you came from my channel, and just show him some serious love. You guys will learn so much from him, I promise. Like I said, also thumbs up the video if you would like to see a second part.
Yeah,
part 2.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, part 2. That's gonna be the end of this video. I love you guys to absolute pieces. We love you guys.
We love you.
And peace!